some Chelsea fans are scared. Is there going to be another ban? Is there going to be point deduction?
I fear one thing.
Okay.
In this case, that money was paid to the intermediaries and third parties through an offshore account.
Welcome to Tactics and Touchlines. We are doing a touchline editorial, having a discussion about Chelsea. 74 charges being put on them by the FA. I want to ask my guest, Vincent, on what he thinks about these charges, and also what should Chelsea do to be able to be free from any other charges that may lead to maybe point deduction or a huge fine being put on them. So, Vincent, welcome to Tactics and Touchlines.
Yeah, thank you.
I want us to go into the details. Chelsea, with Todd Boehly, they set up a price for this particular charges. I want you to take us through these charges. Tell us about what you think about the charges, and was it right for Chelsea to do a self-report for issues like this?
Yeah, I think that Chelsea, this new hierarchy, they mean business. Yeah. Before, when they acquired Chelsea Football Club from the Roman Abramovich era, when they came in, people believed that these Americans were coming to do purely business, and they were not going to take Chelsea to the level we believe that Abramovich has taken Chelsea to. So when they came, they bought a team, and before you buy, a property, you have to do your checks and balances and see if, the files and everything is, it's okay, that in the near future, nothing will come against you. So whilst, they had, private accountants and financial firm to do the audit for them, they realized that, the books, something was not, accurate. So they had to do investigation checks, and they realized that they have some breaches in the FPL rules. That is money being paid to intermediaries, that is player agents and third parties. Mostly the third parties in intermediaries are mostly the family of the players, because if my son is 18 years old, or I'm still managing my player, I will have a say that, oh, my son should go this place, or my son should go this place. So I think that money was paid to the intermediaries and third parties through an offshore account.
Okay.
To be given to the players' agents and their families or the third parties involved. So, it was there that they realized, and they have to report it, because they know that definitely once the FA, the Premier League or UEFA is doing any such kind of audit, because if the new owners have found such loopholes in Chelsea's books, it means that definitely
the FA would also find out.
Yes, the FA will always find out. So they had to self-report themselves, and I think that it's a step in the right direction. I think that is something that is going to help the Chelsea team, because normally we know that when you have a court case, then you accept the plea and you even help in investigations.
Yes.
Sometimes your punishment,
it's being moderated.
Yes. So to me, the Chelsea team, they even helped produce documents for the FA to do the investigation. But Moneyman, I fear one thing.
Okay.
In this case,
I wanted to ask you, because there are a lot of Chelsea fans looking at the 74 charges. Manchester City getting 115 that were being increased to 130. We've seen Chelsea being banned from not buying players for some time. So some Chelsea fans are scared. Is there going to be another ban? Is there going to be point deduction? Is there going to be some monetary they need to pay? So I want you to take us into details. What are you scared about these charges?
Well, I'll come to why I'm scared about this issue. But to be very honest, if you look at how Chelsea have been cooperating with the investigation, even that self-reporting, helping investigation, everything, when they even release their statement, shows that their punishments, I don't think it will be a sporting punishment, because in such situation like this, you either get a sporting punishment, which is deduction, ban, or you either get a fine. Because we've seen such similar situation with Chelsea, especially this year, which happened in June or July, when UEFA fined Chelsea 8 million, and they are in course of that punishment. So to me, looking at how the things are going, the investigation, how Chelsea, approach the matter with them self-reporting, I think that I see it to be as a fine like the UEFA one. But why I said I fear for Chelsea is, the FA. It's an autonomous body from the Premier League and also the UEFA. So when you breach such rules, the Premier League can also fine you. We've seen the Man City's
issue.
The charges. Their charges are not from the FA. It's from the Premier League. So these charges is coming from the FA.
So meaning the Premier
So the
League
Premier
can come
League-
in, the
so,
UEFA
yes,
side can come
yes.
in.
So what I've learned is that Chelsea reported the issue to the FA,
FA.
to the Premier League, and to UEFA.
Okay.
And now
okay.
the FA has brought its own charges.
Charges.
So definitely there might be subsequent charges from the Premier
League and also the UEFA.
and the UEFA.
Okay.
So if you are combining everything, and if Chelsea is found guilty and they have to pay huge amounts of money, it means that they have to pay to all these three federations. So
Okay.
to me, I don't think there's going to be a huge punishment from how Chelsea have been cooperating with them. But then the issue came, I mean, the players involved are Eden Hazard. You see Hazard moving to Chelsea. There were a lot of clubs chasing Eden Hazard. It was close that he was going to Manchester United. So it means that third party involvement and money, I mean, as a way to persuade the player through his agent or his family was one of the ways why Eden Hazard came to Chelsea. We could also know that Samuel Eto'o, when he was free agent, a lot of clubs were chasing him, and he decided to come to Chelsea. And also Willian Borges da Silva, after completing medicals at Tottenham Hotspur, he left Tottenham's base to come to Chelsea, complete a medical with Chelsea, and sign a contract. So it tells you the kind of manipulation that went through the player's family and the agent. So I mean, I'm not surprised that, I mean, the Todd Boehly, I mean, hierarchy, they did that self-report, and it's something that is going to help them. In fact, when you are buying something and you see loopholes, you just have to self-report. Definitely, it will not come under your portfolio that you did this, but you inherited the team. The team had already done such mistakes, but it is good that when they were buying the team for over 2.3 billion,
that's 2.5 billion.
2.5 billion pounds, they told the
that's
old
Abramovich
that
lawyers.
I'm buying this team. We've seen mistakes in the books, and it will definitely be as a result of fines when the FA or the federations find out. So just set aside 100 million from the money we are using it to buy the club.
So that if there is any consequences,
we approach this issue, that they find us, we use that money to buy. So Todd Boehly, it's not that they are going to use their own money or a new money for investing in the club to pay such fines. They've already set aside money from the money they used to buy Chelsea to pay such fines. So I think that, I mean, for me, I think that Chelsea have this issue under control.
Okay. Remember, this show is brought to you by MyBet.Africa, one of the best betting platforms you need to register. Go on to the description, click on it, and now you can also register and be part of the MyBet.Africa family. We have amazing offers coming up with MyBet.Africa, and with MyBet.Africa, they would have everything available with early payouts, with hot odds, and also bet feeds, and also everything available for you to win amazing money with them. I would always advise you, don't bet on a platform that would bring issues. When you win, they are now doing grand audit and a whole lot of things. With MyBet.Africa, they would give you everything you've earned from their platform. Vincent, I want us to touch on this. As a Chelsea fan or any Chelsea fan listening to us, do you think it's a big worry for them if, let's say, this punishment is to go into a point deduction or maybe a ban in the transfer? How is the Chelsea team now? If there is a transfer ban, how would it affect them? And how would it also affect other negotiations going forward?
For me, a transfer ban would not affect Chelsea so much.
Okay.
If you look at their defending department, hopefully they wanted to buy a defender this summer because Levi Kowo ACL, which will leave him out for several months. But aside that, Chelsea have 5 centre backs. They have 2 right backs, 2 left backs as well. In terms of central midfielders, they have about 5 central midfielders. They have, 2 to 3 players at most of the positions, on the field. They've already bought Daspan from the Kazakhstan striker.
Yeah.
They also agreed this morning that they've bought Emega who joined Chelsea from Strasbourg. Yeah. And definitely it's quite clear that Emega is coming to be Nicolas Jackson's replacement. They have a lot of players they've sent on loan. See the number of players Chelsea sent on loan. So to me, if Chelsea get a transfer ban currently, it's not going to be something that will affect them.
Okay.
It's not going to be something that will affect them. But then I still think that they have a lot of players that can even cope for that. But then the transfer ban, the limit will also be a factor. If it's a 1 year or 2 windows, that is the next summer winter transfer,
that's in January,
yes,
and also in the summer
2 windows, I think Chelsea will be okay. But if it goes to like 4-6 windows, that will be very difficult for them because most of the players will be reaching out of contracts, and also a lot of players will be getting injured and stuff. So transfer ban, 2 windows, 3 windows wouldn't be such, a disappointment for the Chelsea hierarchy. But then if you look at point deduction, this is an era where they want to be in the top 4. And let's look at the last 4 years. The points gap between the teams at the top 4 and the teams below the top 4 position, it's not a huge gap.
Yeah.
So if they deduct 2 points,
it would really be a worry.
Yes, and let's look at the number of matches you've been playing. Players complain about lots of games and injuries and stuff. If they give you even a 10-point deduction, that would be a very bad result for the club. Hoping to reach the top 4, unless maybe they try and win a European trophy so that they can get an European participation the following year. By a point deduction, I think for my part will be a very harsh decision on that regard.
Okay, so finally, every Chelsea fan is watching.
Yeah.
What would you tell them? Is the Todd Boehly era putting in good things in plan to make sure that this Chelsea team goes to be one of the best teams in the world? And also, don't you think they are also doing things that maybe in the future can lead to charges against like this?
These are marketing experts. The people leading Chelsea, they are businessmen. They own a lot of franchises. In fact, they even own LA Dodgers in America. So they are, businessmen. They are investors, and they wouldn't want to invest in something that will, affect them.
Okay.
Once Todd Boehly, before he became a Chelsea chairman, he was a season ticket holder.
Okay.
So he's a Chelsea fan and a businessman as well. So in as much as they will run the Chelsea as a business aspect, in fact, their model is quite different from Abramovich era. Abramovich was like, Chelsea is a big club.
Okay.
We don't have any sister club. We don't have any club affiliated with Chelsea. We spend big money, buy big names, come to Chelsea and win trophies.
Yeah, okay.
Now, with Todd Boehly's era, what they are doing is, let's build Chelsea as a business club. We can sell, get money, commercial, and in terms of marketing and commercial, they want to be up there. In terms of buying young players and selling some of them. So their plan is they want to buy a lot of players. If they're able to buy 100 players and 30 players will end up at Chelsea, the 70 players
They'll be sold.
remaining, they'll be sold at an amount which is bigger than the one they spent to buy the player.
Okay.
So definitely they care about the profits, whether it's $1 million, whether it's £1 million, or whether it's €1 million. They do not care. Once they make a profit on any buys they will do, they do not care. So I think that their model is quite different from Abramovich, but they want to do a big club and also be out there in the marketing, in the transfer, getting money. I'm not surprised that Chelsea made a lot of money than any club in the Premier League this season.
Yes.
So that is the plan. They want to buy in players, but then they will also make money from revenues, make profits from selling players that are not getting playing time, and also get huge deals from sponsorship and other stuff, and also win trophies as well. So they want to blend the Chelsea winning mentality or the trophy winning mentality plus the business aspects of the game. So with them, with their background and how they've been doing it, you see, they have Strasbourg like this.
Yeah.
They use their Chelsea name to buy players, send those players to Strasbourg. Manage them 2-3 years down there, sell them. I remember Diego Moreira came to Chelsea from Benfica on a free agent.
Okay.
He came to Chelsea, didn't get the nod to be a starter in the Chelsea team. They sent him to Strasbourg for $2 million. So Strasbourg paid Chelsea $2 million. And now the player is on the verge of leaving to Roma and other clubs, which they want to sell the player for about 30 to 40 million. Pure profits from that lad.
Yes.
So I think that it's a big club. Sometimes a big club cannot be a selling club. So what they are doing is, once we see you to be an important figure and a starter, they will give you lengthy contract, 10 years. You stay at Chelsea. Then if they say that you don't reach the starting standard for Chelsea, they will sell you elsewhere. Now they are looking at buying another club in Portugal. Okay. That is one avenue or one industry. Portugal, we know that the Portuguese league
have been producing a lot of quality
players, especially from the South American terrain.
Yes.
Even when they've been buying lots of South American players. So the players the Portugal team will attract the players from South America. What I'm hearing is that, I mean, they have a close relationship with Sporting, and Chelsea might have some stake in Sporting, which they will do their South American dealings from there. So definitely their model is quite different from Abramovich era. But then as a Chelsea fan, you just have to admit it. Soak in the new culture that these owners are bringing in. Then definitely once they can do the business aspect and Chelsea will win trophies, that is what me as a fan, that's what I care about. Just win the trophies, get me into the bigger competition, the UEFA Champions League, win the Premier Leagues, and let's compete at the highest level. I don't care whether you buy 100 players and you sell 70 players and the club makes revenue. I do not care about that. All I care is that whatever culture Abramovich brought to Chelsea, that is the winning mentality, playing at the highest stage in every competition. Once you can offer me that and also do the business aspect, I think that is okay. That's a plus.
Okay. So thank you for bringing us in-depth details on this Chelsea transfer charges. And I think every Chelsea fan watching this video, or even if you are not a Chelsea fan and you're watching this video, you've gotten an educative insight on what is happening when it comes to charges, what is happening when it comes to Chelsea informations and anything. So thank you for joining us on Tactics and Touchline. Subscribe, share, and also like, so that other people can also get a chance to also watch videos like this. Thank you, Vincent, for joining us on the show, and thank you for giving us information on what is happening Chelsea with their charges. So thank you all for joining us on the show.